Hi everybody, thank you so very much for joining me again today. My name is Sharon and I am back, of course, with Fanny. And you may remember from our greeting circle that we talked about a brand new theme this week, but a brand new old theme. It's a theme that we are revisiting because it's been one of our favorites. Remember last week we finished our formal yearly curriculum? So now we have a couple of weeks left where we just get a chance to go and revisit and tweak and add different fun details to some of the themes that we've already talked about. So this week we are revisiting the theme of traditional tales. So let's pull out our wonderful word of the week again. And it is traditional. And you may recall, if you watched Greeting Circle, that traditional means very specialized customs or ways of doing things that's important to your family or to the community around you. And traditional in the sense of tales means that they are the tales are very, very old and very important because they're so old. And when I say old, I mean that your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents all enjoyed these kinds of stories when they were little, just like you are now. We talked about in our greeting circle some very famous traditional tales like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk. Did we think of any others? Oh, yeah, you're right, Fanny. The Three Billy Goats Gruff. All of those are very traditional tales, and they're very memorable and very special because they're so old and shared with so many children over all of these generations, all of these ages. So that's kind of an interesting topic that we wanted to explore. And for the story this week, we've got just a fun story. It's just fun. And you kind of need to be a detective as I read this story, because you're going to see characters and meet characters that are from a bunch of different traditional tales. And what I want you to do is put on your detective cap and think about them. And they might be even characters from different nursery rhymes for you to be aware of. So see what happens as we read this story and see if you can figure out where these characters are from to make up this whole new story based on a bunch of different traditional tales. Are you ready, Fanny? Let's have a look. So this story is called Who's Been Eating My Porridge by Nick Ward. Let's have a look. Look at that first page. That's interesting. Early one morning, Little Bear woke up with a rumble in his tummy. He crept downstairs as quietly as he could, but when he got to the kitchen, the porridge pot was nowhere to be seen. "That's strange," said Little Bear. "Mama always leaves it ready for breakfast." Just then there was a knock at the door. Little Bear lifted the latch, and there stood. Who do you think's going to be at the door? Little Billy Goat Gruff. "Quick, let's run," bleated Billy. "It can't have gone far." "What do you mean?" asked Little Bear. "The porridge monster," cried Billy. "Look," and he pointed to huge, porridgey footsteps leading out of the door. It's taken our porridge pot too, explained Billy. Come on. Can you see those porridgey footsteps? Is there such thing as a porridge monster? So Little Bear and Billy set off to find their porridge. They hadn't gone far when they met Little Miss Muffet. Have you seen our porridge? Asked the two friends. The porridge monster took it. No, but you can share my curds and whey, said Little Miss Muffet. Little Bear's tummy rumbled. Yes, please, he said, just as... just as... Kerplop! A big, hairy spider jumped into Little Miss Muffet's bowl. Eek! Cried everyone, and away they ran, over the hills and down the lane, until they came to Jack's house. Have you seen our porridge? Asked Little Bear and Billy. The big, hairy porridge monster took it. No, but you can have some beans, said Jack. Little Bear's tummy rumbled. Well, he began, when... Oh, what's going to happen now? Thump, thump, thump. An enormous boot appeared at the top of the beanstalk. It's the giant, yelped Jack. Run! And the Little Bear and Billy and Little Miss Muffet and Jack ran and ran through the field and up to the forest where they met. Who did they meet? Who did they meet, Fanny? Little Red Riding Hood. Have you seen our porridge? Panted Little Bear and Billy. The giant, hairy porridge monster took it. No, said Little Red Riding Hood, but you can have some jam. Little Bear's tummy rumbled. Yummy, he said, but then, yow! A terrible howling came from deep within the forest. It's the big, bad wolf, cried Little Red Riding Hood. Run! And off they all ran, through the forest and down to the stream, straight into where? The three bears who were coming home from holiday. Have you seen our porridge? Gasped Little Bear and Billy. The giant, hairy, howling porridge monster took it. No, but you are welcome to join us for breakfast, dears, said Mother Bear. Little Bear's tummy rumbled. Thanks, he said, when suddenly... Oh, what happened? Look, cried Billy, the footsteps are back. Said Father Bear. They seem to be leading to my house. Little Bear shivered. It must be. The porridge monster, the giant, hairy, howling, hungry porridge monster, and it's going to eat us for breakfast. Everyone held their breath as Mother Bear reached for the door. Slowly she turned the handle. Come on out, whoever you are, she cried as she flung open the door to find... Who's behind that door? Goldilocks! And pots and pots and pots of steaming, sticky porridge. Yummy, everyone cried. It's a porridge party, and monster portions of porridge were eaten until no one could eat anymore. Hooray, cried Goldilocks, you got the invitations. Breakfast at last. So here are the invitations. Dear little bear, please come to an amazing porridge party to welcome home the 3 bears. Dear little Miss Muffet, please come to an amazing porridge party. Dear Jack, please come to an amazing porridge party. Dear little Red Riding Hood. Dear little Billy Goat Gruff. So let's look at that. Let's look at the porridge monster that was in Little Bear's imagination for a minute. I don't know if you noticed this, but every time the story met somebody new, the porridge monster became a little bit different. So it started out as porridge monster, and then it became hairy porridge monster. And that was because of Little Miss Muffet's spider. And then it became the giant hairy porridge monster. And that was because of Jack and the Beanstalk. And then it became Howling, the giant hairy howling porridge monster. And that was because of the wolf howling in the forest. And then it became a hungry porridge monster. That was because Billy Goat and Little Bear were so hungry by that time. So a bunch of traditional tales and traditional nursery rhymes all rolled up into this fun story where it was simply Goldilocks inviting all of her friends to come to a porridge party to welcome back the 3 bears from their camping trip. That's a silly story, but that was kind of fun, wasn't it, Fanny? I think so too. So we have a little bit of a matching game to play now. There's lots of different kinds of bears out there, so we thought we would play with that idea a little bit. So here, oh, my paper's sticky. Here, grizzly bear, grizzly bear. And then we have a little baby bear, and that's called a cub. Cub. And then a type of bear that we have around here in British Columbia is brown bear. Brown. And then there's such a thing as polar bears that live up north where it's icy and snowy and cold. And then, of course, we have a teddy bear, which is not a real bear. A teddy bear is this kind of bear. This is my baby bear. And this is actually my clothes that I wore when I was a baby. So it's extra special to me, this bear. And I'll set him down here right beside me. And we're just going to play a little game. So here we have one bear. And let's have 2 choices. Is it a polar bear or a brown bear? What do you think, Fanny? Polar bear or brown bear? It's a brown bear for sure. Brown bear, that's right. Okay, let's look at this one. This is an interesting one. Let's see if we can trick you. I bet you we can't. So is this bear a teddy bear or a bear cub? A teddy bear or a bear cub? You didn't get tricked. You got it. It's a teddy bear. And how do we know that? You're right, Fanny. Because of the stitching along the middle. It's been sewn together. So it's a teddy bear. That's right. Okay, let's see if we can trick you some more. Okay. This one, is it a polar bear? Or is it a grizzly bear? Their body shapes are kind of the same. Polar bears and grizzly bears. What's that, Fanny? But polar bears are white in color. That's right. So we know it's a polar bear. That's right. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if we can trick you a little bit more. I know. Let's see. Is this a grizzly bear or a brown bear? Grizzly bear or brown bear? It is brown, you're right. But it's not a brown bear. It's a grizzly bear. And how do we know that? We know that because grizzly bears have a bit of a hump at the top of their shoulders. That's how you can tell it's a grizzly bear. Maybe ask your moms or dads or other family members to show you pictures of grizzly bears, and you'll be able to see that hump. Okay, last one. Let's see. Let's see if we can trick you. I don't think so. You're right, it's a bear cub. It's a cub. But it's just as cute as a teddy bear, isn't it? Yes. Okay, good job reading, you guys. That was great. We've got a bit of a song we can sing right now that showcases these bears. And it's a brand new song, so let's see if you can help me sing it after you've heard it a couple of times. One polar bear went out to play into the Arctic so far away. He got lonely very fast that he journeyed down south to find some friends from his past. He soon found another friend, a grizzly bear with food to lend. They walked together side by side and met a big brown bear to act as their guide. There. 1, 2, 3. On they traveled in a group of 3, happy together, full of glee. They stopped quickly in their tracks, for they heard a quiet sound as they were walking past. A quiet little sobbing, crying sound. It turned out it was a cub all alone, lost from his family, so far from home. The new group was there to hug and welcome their new friend, a tiny little cub. The family of bears were now complete, a little bit different, but so very sweet. They had lots of things to share, always with each other, and a little teddy bear. There we go. Should we sing it one more time? One more time quickly? Okay. One polar bear went out to play into the Arctic so far away. He got lonely very fast that he journeyed down south to find friends from his past. He soon found another friend, a grizzly bear with food to lend. They walked together side by side and met a big brown bear to act as their guide. On they traveled in a group of three, happy together, full of glee. They stopped quickly in their tracks, for they heard a quiet sound as they were walking past. It turned out it was a cub all alone, lost from his family so far from home. The new group was there to give him a hug and welcome their new friend, a little tiny cub. The family of bears was now complete, a little bit different but so very sweet. They had lots of things to share, always with each other, and a little teddy bear. That was a good one. So we talked a little bit about rhyming in our morning message from Greeting Circle, and I just wanted to show you that morning message again. And it was the three bears sat on chairs while the happy hares jumped to their lairs. So we found that bears, chairs, hares, and lairs all rhymed. They all end with the same sound, but they all start with different sounds. So when we think of the word bear, what are some other words that rhyme with bear? What's that, Fanny? Care. Care rhymes with bear. Yes. And dare? I care about you, Fanny. Fanny, I dare you to jump up and down. Those are two rhyming words. How about fair? Fair is an important word. Fair means it's equal. It's you both have a fair number of materials. You both have a fair amount of treats. It's a reasonable number. All sorts. Can you think of any others? How about this, Fanny? What's this? Hair. Hair also rhymes with bear. All these different rhyming words. I really want to challenge you at home to think of some more rhyming words that rhyme with the word bear. Okay? See if you can come up with some extra ones that we haven't talked about. Okay, well, we sure hope you enjoyed our story today, showcasing traditional tales. And we have a little bit of a special goodbye song. And we sang it in Greeting Circle, and we wanted to bring it back again for this circle time in case you missed it. Are you ready? It's about bears again. Grr, grr, went the grizzly bear one day. Grr, grr, went the polar bear. Grr, grr, went the little brown bear one day. And they all went grr, grr, grr. But we know that bears, all our bear friends, go huggy, 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 huggy. All our bear friends go huggy, huggy, huggy when they want to say goodbye. That's right, Fanny. And we're going to say goodbye, and Fanny's going to send you all off with her great big kiss. Mwah. Bye for now, friends. See you next time.